Hey guys, Penadaily here, and welcome back to Let's Play Castlevania Symphony of the Night. In the last episode, we basically started everything off, face-planted into a few zombies, and made it to the outer wall, after beating our first boss, Slogra and Gaibon. Today, we are going to basically be, sneaky. Okay, I am full up on hearts. Good. Basically, we are going to do something that will quite hopefully make this game, well, the next few bits of this game, much easier without being ridiculously easy. I did 2 practice run-throughs of this game, you know, just basically to get a hold of, or get the, right, to get the hang of this game. So, be careful, because this guy will hurt you. But if you get up there and just, you know, keep hitting him with, if you keep hitting him with the rebound stones, ow. And he died. Good. Yeah, if you pump rebound stones into him, you can kill him fairly easily. And that's pretty cool, because you can come in here and get a pot roast. And now, we stand here, and we wait. You've got to stand right here. Basically in the middle of this. And don't touch anything. And wait. Yep, there we go. Yes, if you stand for a little while without touching anything, right there with your head under that particular crack, you get the Jewel Knuckles, which, as you can see, ups our attack amazingly, and the Mirror Cuirass, which ups our defense amazingly. And, yeah, otherwise, you would not be able to get in here until much, much later. So, and that Armor Lord, that was the guy's name, he will not respawn the way most enemies do. He's gone, once you kill him, he's gone for good. So now, we're going to head right back up, and we are going to, and I'm going to show you, you saw, of course, what the short sword did to these guys. And that's the Jewel Knuckles. Not only is the, yeah, not only is the power amazing, but the attack speed is ridiculous. So we're gonna save again. Because, you know, we don't want to, if we died, we would lose our Jewel Knuckles, and we don't want that. Not that I expect to die, but especially at the beginning of the game, it really can happen. So, just fill up. And here's our next boss. And unlike Slogra and Gaibon and a lot of other bosses, you can't realize, oh crud, this is a boss room, and back out. Once you're in, you're in. Now, yeah, this guy is a pain. But with the Jewel Knuckles, you can pretty much, you know, kick his ass. The rebound stone is pretty nice to have. Ow. Another thing you can do, if you don't have the Jewel Knuckles, is go at him. Nice! Knocked him out of bat form. He can turn into a bat, which is a clue, because later on, you can turn into a bat. I'm not spoiling anything. It's kind of obvious. And that's the Gladius. It would be much better than your short sword. And now, of course, we are up here, and we can get various things. That's an elevator. We can't do... Yeah, this is... Until we get to the double jump. It's a Castlevania game. Of course, there's a double jump. You know, we won't be able to go very high. We could go in there. That is, in fact, our next destination. But before that, watch out for this guy. Come on. Yeah, the problem really is getting into them while they're not, aiming that stupid spear at you. Okay. These guys are much easier. And these are skeleton gunmen. They have old-fashioned single-loader, breech loader rifles, or muskets. I'm not sure which. This should be a warp room. Yes, it is. This is, in fact, the first warp room. So, as you can see, it's got a scorpion. And this is the horse warp room. And as you can see, we are all the way back at the front. This is the only way to get in here. And if you're wondering, yes, those statues are anatomically correct. It can be difficult to tell unless you're, watching this basically full screen. So, of course, we get a heart max up. We could go save, but we really don't need to do that. But the warp rooms are very important, and you will find yourself using them a lot. So, let's go. Alright, now we're back at the wall. And before we head to the next area, there's still a few more things we need to do here in the outer wall. Now, the neat thing about the outer wall is that it has different weather effects. Yeah, it's raining now, which it doesn't always do. Sometimes, it's kind of rare, but it happens. Whoop! What was that? Oh, a cutlass. We get those later. I mean, you can find them in the... just lying around. One lying around the castle. Now, you remember how I put on the mirror cuirass? It protects you against being petrified. So if I get hit by one of those gold Medusa heads, this, I believe, is where they started being able to petrify you if they're gold. But yes, if I waited, ouch. If I get hit with by a gold Medusa head now, I will not be petrified. That door right there is bad news. It leads you to a place you are not ready to go to yet. So, we're going to go get healed up again. There are a lot of save points around this castle, even though this isn't a handheld game, mostly because, well, especially early on, you can wind up very, very dead very, very fast. So, we'll just ignore that guy. Right. Money. Money is always good. And here we have the Soul of Wolf. It is a relic, and it lets you transform into a wolf by pulling the, trigger. The right trigger, at least on this. Well, I love this game, don't get me wrong, but one of the things is it does not tell you how to do any move. It lets you figure it out on your own. And I know a lot of people complain about, hand-holding tutorials in games, but there's a difference between saying, press A to jump, and trying to figure out how to make, how to turn into a wolf. Especially when you've got, what have we got, 4 buttons, 4 triggers, and let's not forget, the hidden stuff, like the fighting game commands for the, Okay, these Durons, that's their name. You'll eventually get the, fairy scroll, which tells you their name. You'll get it here in the library, in fact. Ow. Jerk. Come on, flea man. Ha! But yeah, those guys are Durons, which is a corruption of Dullahan Skeleton, which is their Japanese name. Dullahan being the usual Japanese name for headless knights. But yeah, this game is very cryptic on its controls, and when you've got, honestly, I think once you start having, 6 buttons, I think you should start explaining at least some of the more obscure stuff. And I think that the fact that the games started doing that later, like Harmony of Dissonance actually explained how to do it, was a really good change. It's not a huge thing, but it's kind of annoying. Anyway, the Durons will hurt you. You get hit for a small amount if you contact their body, and a lot more if they hit you with their sword. That bronze cuirass we picked up actually gives you the same defense boost as the mirror cuirass, so, you know, why might as well not bother. Meet the ectoplasm. Great. That always happens. Okay, yeah, I got my butt cursed. Luckily, I got an uncurse potion. While you are cursed, you cannot attack. There we go. Okay, come on. There, ha, there. Careful. Yeah. Ha! Die. Yeah, ectoplasms are a pain. And then we get another uncurse potion here. You can farm that, because it actually will respawn. Would you just... Gotcha! Oh, and I leveled up. That's nice. Yeah, I don't like ectoplasms. Curse takes forever to wear off if you don't have an uncurse potion. So, I mean, you know, in some other games it took much less time, like in Harmony of Dissonance. And of course, you know, in Aria it just steals all your magic. I think I would prefer that. So we've got spell books, I think these are called. First we're going to come up this way. Spell books are not, you know, especially if you've got the jewel knuckles, spell books, you don't have to worry too much about them. They're not particularly dangerous. I mean, you can still kind of wind up running into them, and that's no good, but... Anyway, so if you come in here, and you get the fairy scroll, it lets you see the names of enemies that you attack. Magic Tome. Yes. Come on. Ow. There we go. I love how their skulls bounce around. That's just great. Yeah, but you see with the jewel knuckles, you're generally fast enough. Thornweed. In all other games, of course, those are une. But this game's translations... sorry. You know, my usual joke about these things is that, you know, Konami gives the translators 3 weeks in a pizza. I think this guy's pizza had mushrooms on it, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah. But I love the music in here. Wood carving, Partitia, I believe it's called?
It's been a long time, old one.
Oh, it's you, Master Alucard. What do you need?
I need your help.
Young Master, I cannot aid one who opposes the Master.
You won't go unrewarded.
Really? In that case, just tell me what you need.
I'm interested
Okay.
in this.
We want to buy the Jewel of Open. And we could probably buy 2 potions. Before I do that, though, I'm going to sell... I have a Zircon, so let's sell that. So that gives me a little more money.
I'm interested in this.
So let's see. Yeah, the hammer, well, you see, of course, these are all throwing things. You kind of ignore them. We could get, you know, various weapons, but we can't actually afford most of them. We've got a leather shield. We could buy a leather hat, which gives us a little more int and a little more defense, but I actually don't think it's worth it. I'm just gonna buy 2 more potions.
Thank you.
And there, we're good. Now, of course, we've got the enemy list, which only shows enemies we've fought and killed. You know, and you can, you know, see, like, you know, Axe Knight, right. Yeah, there are axe armors and everything else, of course. Yeah, you know, spellbook, and it'll tell you if something, it'll show you, like, drops and stuff, which can be useful. And then, of course, there's the sound test, which lets you hear various bits. Yeah, wood carving Partitia. And this is all the music in the game, even for places we have not been yet. So that's kind of cool.
Farewell for now.
And so we're done with him for now. There's actually a lot of other things that we will eventually do here in the library, but we can't do any of them now, because we can't jump high enough. But we got the Jewel of Open, which basically lets us open glowing blue doors. like that one we saw in the place coming off the alchemy laboratory. But there's actually one other. Yeah, it's one of those... Every so often, you know, you're gonna have a power that's basically useful for, like, 2 things, and that's kind of annoying, but that's really one of those things that just kind of happens with game design. So we kill these guys. Yeah, we've been up there. Yeah, eventually, yeah, we'll come back here. But not for a bit. Huh, we got grapes. One of the things that is so much fun about this game is, and all the later, really all the Igavanias, is the ridiculous variety of food. Some of which also got translated in silly ways, but... Okay, we kill this guy, and this one comes. We get another Uncurse potion, good. Yeah, I like killing the ectoplasm because you don't ever want one of those things sneaking up on you. Plus, they give pretty good experience. I mean, you know, we started the episode at level 8, and we're level 13 now. That says something. So, let's head out of here, and we're gonna head back through the marble gallery. And, hey, money. I also really appreciate later games' decision to just put the bestiary on your menu, so you don't have to go all the way to the library to look it up. Oh, and fun fact, in both this game and the Japanese game, the voice of the person, of the librarian, is the same person who does the voice of Death. So, hey, we get a life max up. That's very nice. Oh, cool, there's a little rat there. I've never noticed that before. That's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna head down. We can't get up to that urn, that big fancy urn, so we'll deal with that later. So, of course, backtracking, because it is a Metroidvania. I tend to use Metroidvania for the genre and Igavania for Castlevania games of this type. Okay, and those skulls, if... Ow. I don't know why I'm trying to kill you. Probably because I like the experience, and you dropped a meal ticket. I did not know you guys could do that. Okay, then. Meal tickets basically allow you to summon a healing item. But yes, as you can see, those skulls he spits out will petrify you. So, yeah, you don't really want to get hit with those. I, of course, still have the mirror cuirass on, so I only got damaged. Now, one of the only real problems is that it is a little harder to kill these guys because you really have to crouch down and, you know, punch them in the face, rather than being able to stab them in the back. But, you know, that's a small price to pay for the speed at which you kill them. I really like the jewel knuckles, and I will be using them for a very long time. So, we come through here, and we come through here, and now, of course, if we head up this way... Ow. Yeah, watch these guys. They generally throw, like, 3 bones at once. So, there, yeah. I think those guys in everything else are called skeleton rib, if I remember. I think they've only really been in, like, Harmony of Dissonance. Okay, there we go. So, yes, that basically opened up two places in the floor. One of them, you know, is someplace we will go much... Really? Dude. Die. There we go. One of them is someplace we will go much later. The other one is right here. Yeah. Which we get a library card, and that warps us to the library if we use it, which can be very nice. It basically warps us to right outside the librarian's room. And an attack potion, which temporarily raises our attack stat. I don't use them, but that's mostly because I forget I have them. Also because I, at least in my 2 previous run-throughs, I have had ridiculous luck. Nope. Eventually you will want that stopwatch, but not now. So, let's see, I think at this point... Okay, yeah, I'm full up, so I just need to stop hitting. Okay, let's see. Kill you. Yeah, Ouija table, as you see. I think they're... I'm not sure what their Japanese names are. I know that the Japanese names, mostly from watching a playthrough of the Saturn version, which was not translated. Yes, Flea Man. And we've got all the clocks. And we come through here, and there's nothing we can do in here right now, but obviously that's the central hub in many ways of the castle, so ha. Okay, I hate these guys. I really... They're not as bad as they get later, though. Like, okay. So, yes, we can't get back up. And, you know, we can't go straight out. Ooh, no. I will stick with my rebound stone. Thank you. Kill you from over here so I don't get knocked into this freaking knife. Save again. Because where we're headed, there are some nasty enemies. And, you know, better safe than sorry. So, yes, but we're going to have to go a different way back. So that's, you know, and this is as good a time as any to go through this area. Luckily, you know, you don't have to... I mean, a lot of it's, you know, single block room, or single block width or length rooms, so you don't actually have to worry too much. Yeah, one of the things with those guys, in a lot of ways, is you just sort of want to get behind them. There's stuff up there that I'm never actually going to get, because, you know, I'd have to come back here much later, and I don't want to bother with that. Ow, jerk. Okay, yeah, and here we have... Her name here is Marionette. In pretty much everything else, she's Killer Doll, Killer Mannequin, Killer Puppet. All of which I think basically are, you know, interchangeable, because I believe the word ningyo covers all of them, but that's... I'm not actually sure about that. But, yes. And we get the Spirit Orb. This shows you how much damage you do when you hit an enemy. So you can figure out, you know, say if an enemy's weak to fire or lightning or holy, without having to go check the bestiary every time. Some enemies take more damage from certain weapons than others, either weapon types or ow. Okay, wait until that comes down. And then, yeah, this guy is the Plate Lord, but he dies pretty quick if you have the Jewel Knuckles. Thing is, if you don't, like I didn't the first time I played, he can wreck you pretty quickly. He can be nasty. Skelerang. I'm not going to... I mean, I don't know every enemy's Japanese name, and I may not... Even if I know sometimes, I may not bring it up. Ghosts! Yes. Don't we all just love these guys? Also, that howl they make is really annoying. So, just keep moving. Ghosts really aren't worth your time. Ha, okay. Now, we're gonna come into contact with a really nasty gentleman here. Okay. Yeah, Cthulhu. Yeah. You want, you know, if you can get in and hit him, you know, yeah, there. But you kind of want to attack him from a distance as much as you can, because he spits fireballs and can kill you very, very quickly. If you know, you want to get the holy water, it might not be a horrible thing. But we've made it through that area, and here we are, back at the front gate. And let's see, we're at 24 minutes. There, as you can see, there's a place we haven't been, but we can't get there right now, because, you know, we really don't have the ability. So, of course, I'm going to save again because, you know, save early, save often. And we're going to head for that blue door that we saw in the alchemy lab. And also kill a bunch of guys, you know. Now, the thing is that the higher level you get, the lower the experience you get from the monsters you kill. So, you know, it keeps you from grinding up on weak enemies. Also, even though those guys fountain blood, because I'm killing them with the jewel knuckles, which is a punching weapon, and therefore blunt, dark metamorphosis would not work. So, keep that in mind. Alright, kill you, jump up here, kill you. I got a lot of short swords. That's one other thing I'm sort of glad they changed when it came to Aria. That you can sell duplicate weapons, that you can sell any weapons and armor to the shopkeeper. Because, you know, in this game and in Harmony of Dissonance, all you can do is sell jewels. And, I mean, that's nice, but you wind up with a ridiculously overloaded inventory and things that you can't possibly use. Nobody can use 3 short swords. Alucard only has 2 hands in this version. He actually has a 3rd hand in the Saturn version because they've got an extra button. It's a little strange, but you know, okay. Yeah, you can, as you can see, these Axe Knights die real fast with the jewel knuckles, which is nice. So, you keep moving, you know, just come down here. Careful. Try to stay out of... Oh, jerk. Fine. Ow. Ow again. I don't like poison. Let's see. Right, that's the healing / save. We've still got some time. And that would be an awful place to, you know, cut it off, wouldn't it? So, yeah, we come through here. And we come through here. And now we can open the door. Yay! And yes, we are still poisoned, and no, I don't want the holy water. I don't know why. Yeah, it's...
So, we meet again, Alucard.
It seems so.
As friendly as ever, I see. It's strange. This castle is different than I remember it.
This castle is a creature of chaos. It may take many incarnations.
So I can't trust my memories, huh? Oh well, I'll do my best. Good luck.
Yeah. So, how'd she get through here? I mean, I guess we could say that because that door had a cross on it, Alucard can't open it, but Maria can. Alucard... Whether Alucard actually has, you know, vampiric strengths and weaknesses tends to be very... The game never calls him a vampire, which, you know, he would kind of seem to be. Then again, Dracula is kind of a vampire in name only 90% of the time. He's a Mao, you know, Japanese demon king. I mean, you know, he's Dracula, so yes, he is a vampire, but most of the time they don't really think of him or treat him that way. He's the demon lord, the demon king. Watch out for these guys. 1, 2, 3, and dang it. Yeah, the only problem with those bone pillars. 2, right. 2 punches and they will come at you. Stay back, you know, let those guys take the shot at you and then kill them. Stay back, wait, you always want to wait until they've, you know, hit you with the... You can also rush the corner guard. Some of those, urns you could probably get right now, but it's not worth it, because some of them you definitely can't. Now, yeah, you want to be careful. I died. Son of a... Good thing I saved right back there, didn't it? Isn't it? And here you get to see the death screen. Yeah, normally I manage to jump over that, that iron ball. Well, yeah, okay, on that humiliating note, I'm going to go for a little extra length just because, you know, I have to redeem myself. Yeah, normally I can jump over that iron ball better than I can, but yeah, that thing, 2 shots and I died, because it does. It takes, pretty much half your health at this point. So yeah, watch out for that guy, and 1, 2, 3, yeah, okay, good. Okay, and stay back, good. Ow! Well, that was interesting. Really? Really? Okay, yeah, let's, I'm going to heal and not save. Just because there's no point in saving again right there. But that was just sad. Okay. But yeah, Dracula is a Ma'o, which is why he's capable of having a son, a white-haired pretty boy son with daddy issues. And of course, there's a chapel in Dracula's castle, despite, everything we know about Dracula. Okay, let's see. Ugh. God. Alright. Yeah, just keep going. I mean, these bone pillars are really annoying. 1, 2, jump! Why do we keep running into... Really? Really? There we go. Okay, let's see. I think there should be another... Yeah, this guy. Really? Alright. Yeah, some of that is, in fact, the fact that my, just the throw, not the jump issues, that's just me being poor. Let's use a Castlevania pot roast. Alright, equip, and back to the leather shield. Right, okay. Okay. There we go! Yeah. That was just... yeah, I don't know. But the fact that I kept throwing around the, the fact that I kept throwing around rebound stones when I didn't actually intend to is, in fact, because my, my controller is getting old. It's just getting strained is what it is, and yeah, the goggles, they up our int quite a bit. Well, the sunglasses actually decreased it by 1, but the goggles, they have the same defense as the sunglasses, and they up our int by a point. So this is one of the more awesome looking areas of the castle. This guy, do not try to kill this guy yet. Just lure him over there and then run. But I love how the perspective shifts as you move. That's just great. Anyway, but that guy is way too powerful for you right now. And we can't do anything here. So now that I have made it farther in and we've gone a little, I'm gonna get to the next save point and stop. And yes, that was a completely new area. Oh, right. While I'm thinking of it, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, the controller is a little sensitive in weird ways right now. Oh yeah, this place. I gotta show this off. Okay. Now, when you do this, one of 2 things can happen. Either you can get a blue-clad priest who is a good guy. He'll just take your confession and he'll drop you some grape juice. It's communion wine. Or you can get... No, I got this guy again. You can get a red-clad priest. No? Jeez, come on. Let's see. Well, let's see if this guy will drop me more grape juice. Yes, okay, so you can get grape juice multiple times. But if you get the red-clad priest, he'll laugh and close the curtain, and if you don't move, he will then attack you with a ton of, well, that worked. He'll attack you with, like, axes and stuff. It's kind of... And if you sit on the other side, where the priest would be, a woman appears to give confession. If she's dressed in blue, she's, you know, a good person, and she'll just give her confession and fade away. If she's dressed in red, she will pull the curtain and try and stab you with a spear. And as you can see, we can't get through there yet either, so... Yeesh. Okay, so this place, there's actually a lot going on in this particular tower slash garret, and I probably should have quit earlier, but hey. You get extra because, you know, I'm pants. Okay, so we've got the crows. And they will... I mean, those crows have some really nasty knockback. But... in total defiance of Awkward Zombie's explanation of, Pokemon type science, we can, in fact, punch a bird. And, in fact, we will punch several. I really hate these guys. Come on. Come on. Just die. Good. Ignore her. I mean, you know, she's pretty difficult to deal with. Forget you, then. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we just gotta... Okay, there's some more stuff in here, and since... I mean, we will be back, but I don't want to have to come back and deal with it. We'll deal with it now. So you guys get a nice long episode. Hey. So yes, we get up here, we get a strength potion. That ups our strength stat, which does different things than our regular attack stat, as near as I can tell. And we get the silver plate, which is better than our mirror cuirass. Which, and given how often I face plant into things, it's probably really a good idea. Okay. Bone Halberd in Harmony of Dissonance, he's Skeleton Spear, of course. And, of course, in this game, he's not wearing pink. This game had a much richer color palette. I mean, you know, Game Boy Advance, there's only so much you could do. So, you know, keep on like this. Move slowly, because, you know, stay out of his way. Good, yeah, you want to move slowly because, of course, you know, A, you don't want to face plant into the skeleton, or the bone halberd, and B, you don't want to accidentally run into, oh, say, the Bible. The Bible's not bad, as long as you're not losing something better, which, I think the rebound stone is. Just... bird. And, oh, I really, really don't like those crows. Stone the crows. Right, there we go. Yeah. So, yeah, this game has black crows and blue crows. It does not have red crows like Aria, but then Aria didn't have black crows. And we get a Zircon. So that's at least something. Yep, just keep going. Yep, ow. You know, basically stop, let the bats fly at you and punch them. Kill this guy as best you can. And be careful, because, you know, if you're... Oh, boy. Well, we're gonna have a boss. This is going to be a really long video. Okay, meet the Hippogriff. I consider one of the best ways to deal with this guy, basically spam the rebound stone, get close to him, and punch him. Ooh, ow. Come on. Luckily, I mean, you know, I'm doing a reasonable amount of damage to him. He can shoot fire breath, which can be, you can pretty much, he will miss you if you're close enough to him. There, he's about to shoot fire breath, but it goes right over my head, as you saw. So, and we get a life max up, and that's pretty nice.
Impressive. You're very strong.
What is it you want? You didn't come here to tell me that.
You're right. Do you know the name Richter Belmont?
Of the Belmont clan? Of course, but
He disappeared about a year ago, and I'm sure he's here. If you see him, please let me know.
as you wish, my lady.
Thank you. So, you do know how to be a gentleman.
Okay. Yes, I love how, her thought bubble shows us Richter in all of his, 17th century, or 18th century glory, and, Alucard remembers Trevor in his, 8-bit sprite. Okay, so, right, we're gonna move along, keep getting the... Wow, that was nice. We got a level up from the Hippogriff and from the bats. And this is a save point. So I'm going to call it here. 40 minutes, that wasn't horrible. So yes, as I said, we're going to call it here. And so next time, I will, continue on further past the Royal Chapel into the new and more interesting parts of the castle, and I will see you guys next time. You have a great evening. Goodbye.